Prabhaji, can we get started? I think the recording has started.
Yes, just give me a second. I'm just going to a better place where I can. We just arrived last night, so I'm having to do with the phone, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, hotspot. So I hope it lasts 2 hours.
Okay.
All right. It's nice. Okay, I see there is a background light. So, okay, that's okay. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airiyanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam. Jai Jinendra sabhi ko. We started Vitrag Vigyan 2 last class, and we finished the puja, right? And we're
Yes.
up with us, right?
I mean, there's the Jaymala part we did.
Mala.
Yeah, we'll see that. Yes. No, this will not work. Okay.
I think we lost. No. Okay. Yeah.
I thought background में light थी, so I thought I would see if I can turn that off, but that didn't work. It's okay. All right. So हमने puja में से, can we revise a little bit? Can you guys share whatever you remember? Nidhi ji, can you please turn the video on? We like to have the videos on of everybody.
My video is not working. My camera is not working. So I'm
Achha.
trying, but it is not working.
Okay,
I'll fix it for the next class.
Okay. अब वो क्योंकि नहीं तो फिर पता नहीं चलता है who is attentive, who is, so it's better. Okay. So एक एक जना एक एक धूप अक्षत जो भी आपको ध्यान है उसका बताइए, थोड़ा शेयर करिए.
पहले हमने स्थापना की.
हाँ.
आफ्टर स्थापना, राइट, जो पहला द्रव्य है वो जल, पानी, राइट. वो क्या सिग्निफाई करता है? बेसिकली क्लीन वाटर, राइट. सो हम एक अपनी आत्मा की शुद्धता के लिए है, राइट. तो उससे मिथ्यत्व खत्म हो जाता है और हम प्योर वाटर सम्यक दर्शन की राह दिखाती है.
Very good.
दूसरा था चंदन. Chandan, anger, right? So to destroy the anger, signifies destroying of anger. Third tha Akshat.
Akshat.
Yeah, Akshat, white rice. Indestructible self. Unbroken white rice, basically.
Right.
Right. फिर पुष्प. और पुष्पा.
We don't finish Purarji and Arunji today.
Yeah, so Arun wrote on the group that he couldn't make it. He sent his homework. Deepali also wrote she can't make it. And Dinesh Purad, I don't know. Safalta also said she'll be joining late today.
Right. So we need to make sure that we take these because we only have very few students. And this is 2-hour class, which means it really should not be missed. So if if in general, I'm telling you for future, if we find that half the class is not able to attend, then they should ask the class if we can do it Thursday or another day. I would rather do it another day and have everybody present, because 2 hours is a lot to miss when you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where Viraj is and Dinesh Purad. They have not said anything.
Viraj's wife wrote to me that they are in South America for 3 weeks, which is, again, I would like to see a little more commitment. As you can see, I was in India for 7 weeks, but I don't know, we probably missed maybe at the most one class.
And South America is the same time zone too.
I don't even know, but I mean, she wrote they're going to be in some whatever internet zones, which to me it's hard to understand. Everywhere there's Wi-Fi these days, even in the mountains probably. But anyway, all right. So, Bahubali ji and Nidhi, Dineshi, everybody, I would like everybody to contribute. Even if you are looking at the book or English translation, that's fine. Share whatever you can, you remember of the puja.
Yeah.
Flowers. We offer flowers for sahajta, straightforwardness in our nature. And then we offer sweets so that we have victory over our passions of greed. Then lamp for knowledge, that is samyak gyan, inner self. And we offer dhoop for I have traditionally been told for destruction of all 8 karmas, ashtakarm dehnai. Dhoop we offer, but here we have said to destroy the antagonistic inclinations of my existence.
हाँ, पर हाँ, see, which is also, तो जब जीव विभाव में जाता है तब उसके सारे कर्म भी बनते हैं. So they both meaning sort of go hand in hand. ठीक है?
And we offer fruit for moksha, the fruit of moksha, to have fruit of moksha.
Okay, very good, Nidhi ji. ये बर्तनों की background noise अगर आपके यहाँ से आ रही है तो then that's okay, we can mute it for. Okay, so that's good. अब हम Stavan, which is also called Jayamala or Stavan, which is primarily, it's again Bara Bhavna. और बारह भावना अभी हमने last chapter of the Vitrag one में किया, right? Everybody remembers that? Okay. तो इसको हम बहुत डिटेल में नहीं करेंगे. We will read the bhavna or whatever the lines related to that. And then I would like you guys to explain whatever you remember from the Bara Bhavna we did in the Vitrag, which was only like a class before, right? So hope you remember that, okay? And also, like I said, ideally, अगर आप लोग class में notes नहीं ले सको, तो भी if you take note while some students in my other class, they rehear the recording and take notes. So ideally, if you listen to the same material one more time and take notes, you would definitely benefit a lot. And that way, when we discuss usually I always go over what we did last class, just so that way everybody revises again and remembers. So that would also be helpful. Okay. Now इसकी मैं ट्यून बताती हूँ, फिर आप लोग रोटेशन में एक जना गाना. भवन में जी भर घूम चुका, कण कण को जी भर भर देखा, मृग तृष्णा के पीछे मुझको न मिली सुख की रेखा. सो यहाँ पर क्या बोल रहे हैं कि भवन में, भव मीन्स I was in the animal mode, human mode, Tatirian, matlab, animal, subhuman, then Devta, and I'm getting this feedback. Are you guys able to hear me?
I'm also getting that feedback.
I don't know.
Cracking noise.
I'm not getting any feedback.
Maybe it's kind of echo, I think, somewhere echoing.
Yeah,
At the end, there is a
now
screeching
it
noise.
ended, so somebody must have gone on mute wherever it was coming from anyway. Okay, so abhi bhi aa raha hai. Can everybody mute? Let's see if it goes away or if
Yeah,
something on my end.
it came again. I'll go on mute.
Yeah, let's see if that helps. Okay, so Bhavavan mein, yeah, it went away. So it's somehow coming from somebody's, I don't know whose it is, but anyway. So भव वन में जी भर घूम चुका. भव मतलब वही स्वर्ग नरक तिर्यंच एंड ह्यूमन लाइफ में I've gone, round and round. Matlab, obviously, we don't know where we're going next. We do know that we have been going around in the four gatis. ठीक है? तो और कण कण को जी भर देखा. मतलब I've in all the infinite times past, I have visited every single dot of this universe. Okay. When we learn more, I will tell you how this works, the Pudgal Paravartan and all those things. We've actually literally taken birth every single point, space point. Okay. But then what? Just like the deer in the Registan, they see the what do you call sun shining on the sand, and they think there is water, and they keep running after it. Same way, we have been running after happiness for times, infinite times past, and I have not been able to get that permanent happiness till now. Okay, so now we'll start with Dinesh Parekh. We'll read one of this, and it's a fairly simple Hindi. तो आप प्लेन भी कर सकते हो या फिर इंग्लिश में मीनिंग अगर दिया है तो वो भी पढ़ सकते
हो. ये can I just ask, ये जो चंद इसका, this is called ज्ञानोदय चंद. So जो आपने जो ट्यून गाया है, that's the चंद उसका.
Honestly, I sang the tune that I know. Does the English version say that it's a Gyanoday Chand? I don't know.
Gyanoday Chand. So, but Chand is not the tune. Chand is the meter, right?
Chand is Chand means it's written in a certain style, like Doha style. Chand is a style that way.
Okay.
I don't know the details. I used to know when I was in high school. We were taught all these things.
That's in Sanskrit grammar and all that.
Yes,
okay.
Sanskrit grammar.
So ये है भावनाएं, wishful reflections. First was anitya or transitoriness. झूठे जग के सपने सारे, झूठी मन की सब आशाएं, तन जीवन यौवन अस्थिर है, क्षण भंगुर पल में मूरज है.
Murjaye, very good.
Murjaye.
From the English diacritics?
Yeah.
You did very good. So, asthir jo hai, that is a small e. So, THIR hoga wo. Asthir. Right? Instead of E or whatever, that with the line on the top would mean you have to make it sthir. Versus if there is nothing, no dot or line above, then it's asthir, like small t. Okay.
Okay. So all dreams of the world are false. All desires of mind are deceitful. The body, life, and youth are unstable and will perish in the blink of an eye. That is anitya, transitoriness.
Right, transitoriness, right? So whatever we see is all transitory. And we can experience, right? From birth till now, nothing has remained constant, right? Our looks change, our circumstances change, our wealth changes, some for the better, some for the worse, the health changes, even our own behavior, nature changes, right? So, so they say ki, for practical life, they say don't be too concerned because whether it's good or bad, it's temporary. It's going to change. And that's why they say don't be too proud if things are going well for you, and don't be too depressed if things are not going well for you. Either way, it's going to change.
There's a nice ancient phrase in Judaism which goes through all Christianity, but the phrase is called "This too shall pass." तो इसका मतलब है कि जो भी है, अच्छा बुरा कुछ भी हो, वो खत्म हो जाएगा. It's a very nice phrase that's used a lot.
And again, most philosophers think similar. So I wouldn't be surprised whether Jewish Socrates said a lot of things. There is so many thinkers that have been over time who have said similar things.
Satya is Satya. So whoever said,
So
they all find the truth in different ways.
everywhere, right? Kabir said a lot of similar things. All these big thinkers that say similar things. So whoever has experienced life, whoever has had the wisdom, they are all going to be saying similar things. So, but here there's a little more to it. And what is that? Yes, everything is transitory, except what? Your soul and its characteristics. They are not changing. No matter what your outside circumstances is, the soul and its characteristics remain constant. So that is what is there to learn from it. Yes, this too shall pass. But if I focus on the permanent thing, then I don't need to worry about all these other things that are changing. And that's a big thing. That is primarily more found in Jainism than other places. So, and I think last time you made a point about Buddhism, right, Dinesh? Yes. Okay. So I have done 10 days of meditation and all that. And the thing I wanted to tell you, yes, they sound similar. Panch vrat, usme char hote hain. They're all similar to Jainism. But I don't know if you've been to Vipassana meditation. One thing that I noticed, they don't have a permanent thing.
Soul
They don't talk about soul.
No, there is no soul.
Very incomplete knowledge. To them, everything is transitory, which is true. But the point taken made here is that focus on that permanent thing. Without that talking, everything is transitory. What's the big deal? And that is the major difference between Buddhism and Jainism. Jainism completes the picture. All other religions are giving you part of the pie, only one piece of the pie. And Jainism has the whole pie. Okay. So let's go to, and now if you can mute yourself. So let's see if that's coming from there. Bahubaliji, do you want to read the next one?
Okay. सोचा करता हूँ भोगों से.
No, I think you want to do Samrat Mahabal.
Okay, so.
Or Sharan Bhavna.
Oh, okay. सम्राट महाबल सेनानी उस क्षण को डाला सकेगा क्या?
Okay, just I've told this to other people. So tal, there's an a at the end. When there's an a at the end, you still pronounce it la, not la. La, it's only pronounced if there was a line on top of a, which there should not be in this one. So us kshana ko tal sakega kya? Okay.
Okay. So I'm actually reading the Hindi, so I mispronounced it here.
Okay, that's fine. Then.
So let me read again. Samrat महाबल सेनानी उस क्षण को टाल सकेगा क्या? अशरण मृत काया में हर्षित निज जीवन डाल सकेगा क्या?
Very good. So if you have the English version PDF open, please read the English translation.
I'm trying to look in my English version.
Yeah, I can.
Please go ahead. It looks like I misplaced. I'm trying to search.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can the mightiest
class, everybody keep the PDF of English version also open. It's in the description of the, our this thing.
Yeah. Can the mightiest of the emperors or warriors delay that moment even a bit, or infuse his cheerful life in the shelterless dead body?
So what is it saying? That no matter how strong you are, you could have all the doctors of the world under your, you're so powerful, like let's say Trump gets something today, right? There's Doctors of all over the world are available to him. Okay. Or, but if the death is near, who can do anything for him? Nobody. And there have been situations, Ambani was such a big business person. He could have afforded any kinds of doctors. But when he died, unfortunately, he couldn't be saved. So what they're saying is that this mritkaya means this Pudgal ka body, whenever it has to leave, nobody can help. And if it is already dead, nobody can put life into it. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how wealthy you are, nothing matters. So you cannot go to anybody's sharan to put life into the dead body. So what they're saying is taking refuge of anybody is not worthwhile. But there is only one refuge that is worth going to, and that is your own pure soul. Because when you do that and you are associating with your soul, at that point, the birth or death becomes meaningless. Because the soul doesn't take birth or die. So then it really doesn't matter वो मृत शरीर है या नहीं है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. And then temporary refuge, you want to take off the 5 Parmeshtis, because they are the ones who are going to show you the path to get to your soul. Okay, good. Next, Nidhi ji, do you want to read the next one? Sansar.
संसार महादुख सागर के, प्रभु दुख में सुख आभासों में, मुझको न मिला सुख क्षण भर भी, कंचन कामिनी प्रासादों में. O Lord, amidst the turmoils of the ocean of worldly existence and its false and uncertain pleasures, I did not have an iota of happiness in gold, women, and palaces, even for a moment.
Mm-hmm. So what he's saying is that this sansar, and sansar se yahan par matlab hai anything, the whole, the fact that the soul is not within itself and it's just taking life and birth and death is called sansar. Okay. So anywhere it went, whether it went into Swarg, it went into Narak, nowhere it found happiness. And what does it say? Dukhmay sukh abhason mein, which means it's like a sukh abhas means that wrongfully I thought it is sukh. All right. And so even the sukh that I thought I experienced was actually not sukh, because while experiencing that sukh, it came with some dukh behind it. So Sansar Bhavna says that it is not worth being in this sansar of birth and death. Okay. Jai Jinendra Vasuji. Is that your correct name? You can unmute. You're muted, Vasuji.
No, that's Nidhi ji, I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, got it. अच्छा अब उनका वीडियो चालू हो गया. No problem. Very good. So yeah, तो ये हमारी संसार भावना हो गई. ठीक है कि संसार में रहना वर्थ इट नहीं है, तो वो दुख के सागर में रहने जैसा है. ठीक है. तो अब next Amit ji, right? You have not read it yet? So go ahead, read the
एकत्व, oneness.
Oneness.
मैं एकाकी एकत्व लिए सब ही आते, तन धन को साथी समझा था, पर वे भी छोड़ चले जाते. Is it चले जाते? In the
चले
English,
जाते, that is true.
CALE. There is no dot.
C, what is it? CH?
CALE.
CA. Remember, I said this cha is a very confusing one because we are so used to CH.
But you have a dot, right?
So that
When you
dot
have
means instead of k, you have to pronounce it as ch. That dot indicates that.
but there is no dot, so that's a mistake, right?
नहीं, dot नहीं होता है. The C is ch in transliteration. That is correct. Chale.
That's right. K
Yeah.
is k. Yes.
Yeah.
C
Oh,
is
okay.
supposed to be pronounced as ch.
Okay.
That's true. I had
Okay,
a hard
chale
time with
jate.
that too because I was so used to
Like if
saying.
you have the word chakra, it's CAKRA. That's chakra.
Yeah.
CAKRA. Okay. I was always by myself and hence have embraced solitude. As all beings come alone in this world, I believed my body and wealth to be my companions, but they also leave and disappear.
Mm. Yes. So such a good meaning, right?
Yep.
So there is a difference between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness we get when we are so attached to our spouse and wealth and whatever else is there in our life. Versus solitude is something we enjoy because we don't have any dependency on anybody. So it's good to be in solitude, but it's not good to be lonely.
So this all meanings are more from a vyavahar standpoint, right? The Bara Bhavana that we read, right, earlier, right, that had both, right, the Nishchay and the Vyavahar, but
So
this
this
is
is
more from
also,
a
I'm
Vyavahar
just not
side.
telling you the Nishchay, because the Nishchay everywhere, it just means that be within yourself, soul. So I'm not repeating that every single time, but that is always the case. So when can you experience solitude and be happy? When you're going to be within your happy state
Yes.
of soul, right?
And loneliness is related to the mind. If the mind is not, that's it.
Loneliness means that you have not learned to be within yourself. So
Mm.
you're dependent on others. And people are lonely because they don't have anything of their own. I remember I was in India during COVID. My brother had cancer, so I purposely stayed there, and I was there later on, even though I meant to stay there for a number of months, but ended up staying even longer because of the travel ban. And everybody used to tell me that, aren't you bored or you're stuck there? And I never felt that. I was completely fine. Even though, yes, you were in the same house for 5 months and we couldn't go out, we couldn't, do your normal things. But it did not bother me because of this interest in interest in the soul knowledge that I can be anywhere in the world. I can be left alone somewhere and I'll be fine, never get bored. And I could be in the middle of a lot of people and I'll still be fine. Even the crowds don't bother me. Like I said, I went to Kumbh, I went to Ayodhya and all those places, very crowded places. But so, okay. And why you can be still solitude in crowd? Because you don't associate with anybody. That light was better, Amitji. You need some light on your face. Some light had flashed. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a lamp you turned on?
You're
You're
mute. Yeah.
in the mute. You're muted, Amitji. Okay.
No, there is a background setting in the video tab, right, where it is adjust for low light. I enabled that
Oh,
and it
good.
adds some light.
Where is that? I would like to do that myself.
Background and effect, right? If you go to
Do I go into Zoom
your
settings?
video, no, on the top right of your video, you will see a three dot
Huh?
on your video itself.
Oh, I see. I see. 3 dots. Okay.
Yeah, three dot, right? And then if you do adjust background and effects,
Effects.
right,
Okay.
you will have a video, the video tab,
Oh,
where
video
the
tab.
third
Okay.
option adjust for low light.
Yeah, mine happens to be on. Okay, good.
Yeah,
So,
yours is bright.
yeah. Yeah, so everybody should keep that on. I know we cannot always be in very bright areas. So at least if you have that on, it'll keep you a little bit, we can see your faces.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Yeah.
So we were trying to understand solitude, right? So let's say um, a student is being dropped by their parents in a train, right? Train dabba is full, खचाखच भरा हुआ है लोगों से. फिर भी पेरेंट्स क्या करते हैं? किसी आसपास के गुड पर्सन को देख के बोलेंगे, ओ मेरा बच्चा अकेला जा रहा है, उसका ध्यान रखना. Is he alone? The dabba is full of people. He's going with 70, 80, however many people fit in that train ka dabba. But what do the parents think? He's going alone.
There is not
Is
a
that?
known person. There is not a known person.
Because he's nobody, he cannot associate with anybody. Same way, we could be in a crowd, and if we are not associated with anybody, we are in solitude. And we can still enjoy ourselves. So, people say, "Ore, mujhe to bheed mein acha nahi lagta, mujhe akele acha nahi lagta." When you're spiritual, aapko sab jagah acha lagta hai.
Mm.
You can
And
be
also,
no problem.
and also, Auntie, there's probably like a more dhyan meaning to this. As you get better and better in going into dhyan, it doesn't matter where you are. Bhid ho ya akele ho, like you are inside. You've gone into antaratma, right? You've gone inside yourself. So,
Yes.
like in Yoga Shastra, it's like pratyahar, right? Withdrawing the senses inwards. So,
But unfortunately, that is not too many people cannot go into that kind of dhyan easily in crowded places. Most people prefer to sit in a quieter place to go into meditation or dhyan in general. That's what you would see.
yeah, that's why we go to lonely places for meditation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that is not true meditation. True meditation is where you can be anywhere and be with yourself. So जो ये जो ध्यान योगा वाले सिखाते हैं, that is not true meditation. Okay. So the true meditation is yoga of you with your atma. The atma ka paryay se atma ke dravya ko milna is the true yoga, which is not really taught anywhere, and it cannot be taught. It has to come to you with this knowledge. Everything with that external meditation, whether it's vipassana, whether it is yoga, whatever we learn, is strictly beneficial to body only, not your soul. And there is tons of variety of yoga. Obviously, nowadays, so many yoga practices exist. They may increase your focus of mind, possibly. That's the best that you can accomplish from those yogas. So, okay. So, Anyatva Bhavna. Let's go back.
I can read.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyatva, separateness. मेरे न हुए ये मैं इनसे अति भिन्न अखंड निराला हूँ निज में पर से अन्यत्व लिए निज सम रस पीने वाला हूँ. They never did become mine, as I am totally separate, indivisible, and unique. Hence, I isolate myself from all others, and I am going to peacefully relish my own detached bliss.
How sweet that is. So, what he's saying is that is the reality of life. All these connections, all the relations that we think of as mine, are they truly yours? If they were, they would go with you when you die. They don't, they remain here. So, I am that unique person who is by itself, for itself. And we never understand that truth of life. I came alone, I'll go alone. Everybody else that met me is just temporary between that birth date and expiry date.
Yes.
Okay. So that is Anyatva Bhavna. So everybody else is separate, but me, myself, is the permanent truth who I need to live with. Because that's going to go with me all the time. It's always going to be existing. All right. So Ashuchi Bhavna, Dinesh.
Ashuchi, impurity. जिसके श्रृंगारों में मेरा यह महंग जीवन घुला जाता अत्यंत अशुचि जड़ काया से इस चेतन का कैसा नाता. I have wasted my extremely precious life in the upkeep and beautification of this body. But what connection does this Chetan, sentient being, have with the sheerly impure, lifeless body?
So, women can experience this more than men probably, because when women spend all kinds of time beautifying themselves. थोड़े मोटे हो गए तो दुबले होने के 50 उपाय सोचते रहते हैं. Worry about that. Well, men do that too equally nowadays. And then men are taking time to go to gym, try to build muscles, and But think about it. I sometimes discuss this with my kids. One of my sons, he's very much into this healthy lifestyle and this and that. And of course, he gives us lectures that as parents, like, you guys need to go to the gym. And he's right in the perspective that as you get older, your muscles naturally weaken. So if you don't do what do you call weightlifting and this and that, and you're going to lose muscle and all kinds of education that he gets, he tries to transfer that to us and makes us go to the gym. But in my own life, I have seen one of my cousins, my bua's son, big yoga master, very slim, very fit. He, trying to think, he died of ALS, below 60. So is there any guarantee? You could go to the gym all your life, be as fit as you want. But when death comes, when disease comes, it comes. You'll die of other causes. Maybe not because of, well, in his case, ALS is one of the diseases where your muscles weaken. So then you feel how futile this is to try to take care of your. I mean, again, I'm not proposing here that don't do exercise or none of that, but just at least realize that that alone is not keeping you alive, or that alone is not keeping you uh, well. I mean, if you're asata vedni karm ka uday आना है तो वो आके रहेगा, no matter how much time you spend on this body.
And,
So
and
what,
the, true that the ayu karma is fixed at birth anyways, right? Like the
not
number
just ayu. See, a lot of people say, I'm not worried about death. Death will come when it has to come. But I want to live healthy. That's the new statement these days. As long as you live, you want to live healthy. Chalo death bhi accept kar lete hain log. But health ka bhi kya pata? I mean, think about this example I'm giving you. My cousin, he was a big yoga master. Every single day of his life, he went and did yoga. And very skinny, very good stature, everything. And he got ALS. He couldn't do anything. तो असाता का उदय को भी आप क्या कर सकते हो? So again, that is not to say that yes, get fat and purposely ruin your body, but don't be over dwelling into it. There is the other side of the coin too. Just something to think about.
And you want to keep the body healthy so you can do your spiritual practices, right? Like if you're not healthy,
yes, definitely. But now I have realized that if you simply live the Jain way of life, like not eating after dark, and not eating before sunrise, not eating the jamikan. If you follow Jain way of life, right, there is a very, very healthy way of living. It automatically gives you intermittent fasting. If you don't eat after dark and before sunlight, that gives you enough hours. All those practices of non-violence are enough to keep you healthy without having to go to gym and all that. So would you rather do it for your body or would you do it for your soul? Would you rather avoid violence than worry about your body? And when avoiding violence is automatically also keeping your body healthy. Something to think about. Okay, so next one, Ashrav Bhavna. Whoever is next. Nidhi ji, padhiye. Unmute.
दिन रात शुभ भावों से मेरा व्यापार चला करता, मानस वाणी और काया से आश्रव का द्वार खुला रहता. In flux, I have always indulged in the trade of auspicious and inauspicious deeds day and night. Door of influxes has been kept open for all mental and physical deeds.
So you see, what do I do all day? Shubh and Ashubh. I'm either doing good things or bad things, right? And how do I do these? By speech, body, action, and mind. And what does that get me? Constant influx of karmas. So, what it is saying is there is this very wrong belief that doing puja, yes, those are good things to do, but to believe that that is going to get rid of karmas is wrong. That is, in fact, binding the good type of karmas. It's not getting rid of karmas. So that's what it's trying to point out. The ashrav is constantly coming of karmas is happening, even in the auspicious acts that you're doing. Okay, next, samvar. Amit, you have not read, yeah? Okay, go ahead.
I can read.
I think Amitji did not read this round, right?
Go ahead. I can take next.
Yeah, go ahead. Samvar, Shubh or Ashubh?
Samvar, yeah. शुभ और अशुभ की ज्वाला से झुलसा है मेरा अंतस्थल शीतल समकित किरणे में फूटे संवर से जग अमतार बला. My inner beings.
No. शुभ और अशुभ की ज्वाला से झुलसा है मेरा अंतस्थल. Is that how you read?
Yeah, no. But now, second time when I read, I get it. It is M. Okay. There is a dot below M, so it should be Antasthal.
Antasthal. Then Sheetal Samkit.
Samakit Kirano. Kirane. Fute. Samvar se jage. Antarbal. Yeah, Antarbal.
Yeah, I know in English you have to pay a little attention to those few details that we talked about. If there's a line, there's a dot. It takes some getting used to.
The second time if I read it, I can. But first time if I see the word, right, in a flow.
Yeah, it's more about practice.
More practice is needed, yes.
Definitely, yes.
So my inner being burns with the flames of auspicious and inauspicious state. May the cool and calming rays of Sankit, experience of pure self, burst forth, and my inner strength gets awakened by samvar, plugging of influx of karma.
Very good. So basically what it's saying is that I am, samvar means what? Stoppage of karmas, right? So shubh or ashubh ki, that flame hai, my inner self, spiritual self has been burnt with that. And now that I experience my inner soul, that now I've gotten the strength of the experience of the soul. And that is when the influx of karmas there's a barrier to it. Okay. So now again, Nirjara Tattva. Nirjara. Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
I can. Yes. Nirjara, shedding of bondage. फिर तप की शोधक वहीं जागे.
वहीं जागे.
Okay. फिर तप की शोधक वहीं जागे. कर्मों की कड़ियां टूट पड़े. सर्वांग निजात्म प्रदेशों से अमृत की निर्जर पूत पड़े. Then may the purifying fire of austerity ignite and breaking the chains of karma. Thereby, from every self, Pradesha, smallest unit of space of the self, burst forth streams of nectar.
Okay. So basically what this is saying is Nirjara comes from tap, and the ultimate tap is the meditation of the soul, and by which all the karmo ki kadiyan toot pade, which means as if the karmas are in a chain and then you break one chain and they all kind of fall apart. Then from all the space points of my soul, as if the nectar is of the what do you call, a waterfall of nectar is coming. It's like the experience of the soul. It is so blissful. That's what it's trying to say. Okay. So next is Loka Bhavana. Okay, go ahead, Dinesh, your turn. Okay.
Yep, Loka, universe. हम छोड़ चले यह लोक तभी लोकांत विराज क्षण में जा निज लोक हमारा वासा हो शोकांत बने फिर हमको क्या. At that point, I would depart, leaving this world behind, and reside on top of the lok in a moment. May my abode be in my own realm, then why would anything be the source of grief for me anymore?
Okay, so here to chalo, this is talking about when you finally attain the moksha, right? So it says we are going to be gone, all leaving all these three loks, and then we will be at the top of the lok, right? Above the swarg also. Fir nij lok means my own soul is my lok. I'm not concerned with the rest of the physical lok. And there is end of my miseries. Then why do I care what happens in the world, right? Actually, yes, that is the ultimate. But even today, like when my mom, she's 83, 84 now, and she talks about, distribution of wealth and मैंने ये नहीं किया, मैंने वो नहीं किया, मुझे उसको देना, this को देना, whenever she talks about that. I always remind her, you will be gone. Why do you care who gets what? And don't be bothered with these things. So, I mean, we all should think about that too. People are so concerned about what if they die without distribution of wealth? What if they die without whatever, ichha puri nahi hui? So many things. They don't realize I'll be gone. Why do I care? I cannot even look back and see what is going to happen to my kids or to my spouse or whatever. So why bother? So, okay.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't have a will, but
Of course, that's again, like I said, take it with a grain of salt.
yeah,
Yes, you have to do what you have to do,
right.
but don't be stressed over it.
People
Most
here,
people,
they
in
plan their
spite of
funerals.
having will, in spite of doing all the things, or whether they do it or not, that is irrelevant. But they're more worried about things than anything else.
People have such
Even the
complicated.
fact that they consume their mind to think about those things. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm not saying don't do a will or don't plan your future. You do all that, but don't consume your mind constantly over it.
yeah, I'm just joking, but it's like people have such complicated instructions for their funerals and afterwards to this happen and that happen. I'm like, what do you care what song they're
Yeah, I
playing?
mean, when these people come to sell this funeral land or whatever, I'm like, I'll be gone. I don't care if they throw me anywhere. Why do I care? I don't need to buy this burial thing, you know.
Right, yeah.
And then they tell you all these stories like what you're driving in the middle of somewhere and you have an accident, and then how will your kids reach you? We will take your body and put it in whatever till your kids reach. And I'm like, I don't care. If you find me dead somewhere, who cares where I go? So I mean they're just trying to create a need. That's the marketing people's job, right?
Yep,
So anyway. So basically, yes, here what we are learning is, don't consume yourself with that. Yes, I mean, do, whatever is wise to do, have a will or plan for your family. That's not, they're not saying not to do that. But beyond that, they're going to do whatever their karmas are going to be. You can plan all you want for your kids. They may still not get anything if they don't have the punya ka uday. What can you do? So, okay. बोधि दुर्लभ हो गया नहीं? What did we just do? Did
We
we
have to do the Bodhi Durlabh.
we have to.
all right. So, okay, Nidhi ji, is it your turn back? Okay.
Yeah.
Read Durlabh, okay.
जागे मम दुर्लभ बोधि प्रभु, दुर्नय तम सत्वर टल जावे, बस ज्ञाता दृष्टा रह जाऊं, मद मत्सर मोह विनस जावे. Knowledge and perceptual sentience. Let the three gems of faith, sentience, and conduct appear in their full glory, leaving the darkness of one sided thinking. Let me only have consciousness and perceptional sentience, destroying all pride, deceitfulness, and delusion.
Okay. So what they're
That's
saying
very-
is
I think
that
reading from the book, is it? Because the English meaning is different. The book is the older one,
Yeah,
right?
I
I'm
think she
reading
might have
from
the
the book. I
Acha.
got the book.
Okay.
where are you reading from? Are you reading from PDF or the book?
Book.
The book.
The English book, yes. The PDF has.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought
I
it
think the
like
PDF has
most
better
people.
meanings. So let's
Yes.
somebody read from that.
Yeah.
O Lord, may my rare state of enlightenment arise, and all gloom of erroneous, one-sided thinking fade away quickly. May I become just a knower and seer, free from arrogance, envy, and delusion.
Yeah, that's a much better translation. Okay. So the Durnay means one-sided thinking, Durnayatam. And so Bodhi means, of course, the achievement of Keval Gyan, or Samyak Darshan Gyan and Charitra, combination of that. Then Satvar means quickly, right? Satvar tal jave, or I remain knower and seer. And Mad Matsar Moha, those three, they also translated, right? The pride, and what was the two other words they put in there? Attachment.
Arrogance, envy, and delusion.
So Matsar must be arrogance. The number,
Other Matsara Moha
yeah,
Vinash.
that one is arrogance. Okay. Pride, arrogance, and attachment. Is that the third one?
No, arrogance, envy, and delusion.
Okay. So arrogance is the
Mother.
mad, matsar is delusion.
The envy. Matsara.
Envy.
There's envy.
Oh, I see.
And
Matsar is envy
Moha
and
is
moha is delusion. Yes.
Most delusion.
Okay. So envy is like Irsha, right? What we call in Hindi.
Yeah,
Jealousy,
appreciation.
jealousy,
Yes.
right?
Jealousy.
Okay, very good. So, yeah, so when you get involved with people, that's when you get all these three things. If you're not, you're just the knower and seer, it doesn't matter, right? You don't get any of those feelings. All right. So
Okay.
now we come to the last bhavna, dharma bhavna.
Okay.
Who's
I'm going to read.
Amit? Is it?
Dharma, righteousness. Chira
Are
Raksha.
we skipping Amit in between or
No,
Oh,
no,
really?
it's okay.
I don't know.
Bring in Bahubali. So after Bahubali, I can.
All right, no problem. Go ahead.
Dharma, righteousness. Chira Raksha Dharma Hamara ho Dharma Hamara Chira Sati. जग में न हमारा कोई था, हम भी न रहे जग के साथी. May Dharma be our eternal guardian. May Dharma be our eternal companion. In this world, no one was ever ours, and we also cannot be a companion of the world.
So isn't that true? What do you think?
Yeah, so true.
We don't think about it that way, but that is the reality. That we really, we think somebody is our spouse is our companion, but even the wedding vows say until death,
Yeah.
right? So that's it. After that, nobody's coming with you. So, so then, why bother? It's only the soul that's going to come with you, go with you. Okay? So basically, what they're saying is that when we say dharma, that means your true nature is what is always going to be with you. It's always going to be protector of you, and nobody ever was yours, and nobody will ever be yours. So that
So
is the
your
reality.
dharma is the true nature, the true
Yes.
nature of.
Dharma always means the true nature of self. Dharma can be true nature of anything. Buddhikal ka dharma hai rang, roop, sparsh, those. So whatever is the true nature is its dharma.
So dharma of sun is to rise and set, right? Dharma, they talk about that in
Dharma of sun is to provide light.
Light.
the heat, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So knower and seer are the true dharma of soul.
Right, exactly. Yes. And that is why sometimes it's miscommunicated as your duty. You know, Hinduism will say dharma is your duty. They call it as your dharma.
Mm.
But that is like a misinterpretation. The true meaning of dharma is your true nature. Okay. All right. So now we can, I don't know how, are the translations in English still every 2 lines, or are they combining more than 2 lines?
2 lines.
Every
Now,
2 lines, yeah, every 2.
yeah, Dev's Tavan is 2 lines.
All right. Okay. So let's keep rotating then. Let's do it a little quicker now.
Sure.
So
I
you're
can
next.
take
Yeah,
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
can take the Dev's Tavan.
Okay.
चरणों में आया हम प्रभुवर
Super.
शीतलता मुझको मिल जावे मुरझाई ज्ञान लता मेरी निज अंतर बला से खिल जावे I have come to your feet, O great Lord. May I find peace and tranquility. May the shriveled wine of my inner knowledge bloom with my own inner strength.
Mhm. Yeah, I've kind of revised some of this, but I'm very impressed. Uh, I think most of it came from ChatGPT, this translation. Isn't it wonderful?
It is. I mean, if it's an automatic translation, it's pretty good. I have to say.
Very good. Yes, I'm very impressed. It's very good
But
translation.
as it comes
But
from ChatGPT,
ChatGPT can understand this slokas?
You know, I have to confirm this, but okay, so the way we do this, I actually had this effort of translating these books in English. I don't actually do much myself, but so what we have done is I just came with a process, which is somebody has been playing with ChatGPT. I actually came up with the idea of using ChatGPT once it started getting popular last year sometime. That we used ChatGPT. First, we started line by line. Then we decided to do it paragraph by paragraph. So it spits out pretty good. Then we realized it was not able to translate some of the Jain Siddhantic words and certain things. So then we came up with algorithms to feed it those specific words, what they mean. Then we fine-tuned it to some other things as we kept observing wherever it was making mistakes. And we eventually, I think it gives very good translations now. Yes. Yes.
It's very well done.
Best thing is it's very consistent. The VTRAG 1, we did it manually and it was a disaster because like 4 or 5 people did it and everybody's language, everybody's flow is different, everybody's style is different. So each chapter sounded so different. Versus with ChatGPT, it keeps the same flow, keeps the same grammar. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, and then yeah, if we sometimes it can make mistakes where it doesn't catch the right meaning, and then we edit it. You know, we do review it multiple times. So, yeah. Okay.
yeah, I
And
just put it
tell
in ChatGPT.
from the book, the original book, which she has Nidhi is reading from, this one is so much better translation.
Yeah. No, I just put the 2 lines, right, which I read in ChatGPT as you were talking. Yeah, it is the exact translation.
Oh wow, this is amazing.
That's what it comes out, right?
So you can tell it's so much better than the human translating, which is what the first the books are. Yes, it's amazing. Quite good. Anyway, okay. And then of course that makes it so much faster for us to translate is ChatGPT is so much faster. It's the reviewer time that takes a long time to review these translations because we have to make sure it's perfect and there's no major mistakes. All right. Okay. Safalta, are you ready to read?
Just open PDFs. Just give me a moment.
Okay, no problem. I got you. All right. Let's go another round then. Who was next?
I can go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Safalta, you were on page 19, okay, of the PDF. सोचा करता हूँ भोगों से बुझ जावेगी इच्छा ज्वाला परिणाम निकलता है लेकिन Mano pavak mein ghee dala. I perennially seek enjoyment and fulfillment in worldly pleasures, thinking they will douse the fire of desires. But the result appears like I have poured ghee, clarified butter, into a blazing fire. तो इसका मतलब है I keep doing things, I keep thinking कि जितना मैं करूँगा वो भूज जाएगी desire से.
So
But it's like in a fire, you put ghee, the fire becomes bigger, the desire becomes.
Exactly. So like you think कि okay, अभी ये vacation ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाने का मन कर रहा है, चलो चले जाओ, वो इच्छा पूरी हो जाएगी, then we'll calm down. You come back and you think, oh, we could go to this next place. That's what happens with all of us, right? We think कि हम कोई इच्छा पूरी करके बड़े satisfied, बड़े happy feel कर लेंगे. But never happens. That excitement is gone once you fulfill that desire. But then a new desire, or rather 4 more new desires come up. Because you went, you met other people who had done other countries. Oh, now, so let's go to all those other countries too. So, okay, so Jagat. Okay, so next, Tere Charanon mein. How about Nidhi? You want to go back?
Which page we are at?
Page, we are on page 7. Unless I have old version or something.
19 of the PDF.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
तेरे चरणों की पूजा से इंद्रिय सुख की ही अभिलाषा अब तक न समझ ही पाया प्रभु सच्चे सुख की भी परिभाषा. Through the worship and obedience of your feet, I only desire sensorial happiness. O Lord, I have not yet understood the definition of true joy or bliss.
So what it's saying is that even though I did your puja, what was I thinking? I need more indriya sukh, which is what a lot of people do. मंदिर जाते हैं, मेरे बच्चे को ठीक कर देना, मेरे उसका किसी का आईआईटी में एडमिशन करा देना, कभी कुछ मांग लेते हैं, कभी कुछ मांग लेते हैं, और वो सब क्या है? इंद्रियों के सुख, राइट? और I didn't even realize what is true happiness. I still kept associating happiness with the whatever 5 senses ke related.
So abhilasha is desire, and
desire, yes.
Paribhasha is definition.
Exactly, yes.
Shall I start the next, please?
Yeah, go ahead. So let's finish the round. I think Bahubali ji and Amit.
Yeah, I'll read.
Okay.
तुम तो अविकारी हो प्रभुवर, जग में रहते जग से न्यारे, अतएव झुके तव चरणों में, जग के मानिक मोती सारे. You are imperturbable, O Lord.
What is that word? Avikari का क्या लिखा है?
Imperturbable.
I don't think I've heard that word.
So it cannot be perturbed means cannot be disturbed, basically.
Oh, okay, I see.
Imperturbable.
Some of the words
not a very common word to be used, but I understand the meaning sense. Yeah.
ChatGPT is using some very uncommon and sophisticated words.
But they do make a lot of sense, though. It's using correct words.
It has a huge meaning.
They're very precise words. Yeah.
Yes, it is great. Yeah.
You are imperturbable, O Lord. Although you exist in this world, you are totally aloof. Therefore, all tangible and intangible wealth of the world bows at your feet.
Very good. So, you are perfect, basically. जो imperturbable जो है word, that means you don't have any unnatural things within you, and only the Keval Gyani Arihant Prabhu is still in the world, right, until he leaves his body, but he lives away from the world, right? He's in the world yet separated. And that is why we all bow down to you. And even the manik, moti, all the precious stones or any of those don't mean much in that sense. So, okay, next, Amitji.
I'm not sure why this translation is so. Jagge ke manik moti sare. So manik is ruby and moti is pearl. So maybe, if ChatGPT is that sophisticated that it's translating that as tangible and intangible, I'd be very impressed.
Which is correct. Actually. Very good. Yes, I'm impressed. Yeah. That's what I need. That's exactly what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Even though it says manik moti, but the true bhav is really that tangible and intangible.
So matlab Hindi ka jo phrase hai, that's what that actually the meaning.
Yeah, it actually grasps the meaning of that phrase even. Yes.
Wow, that is very impressive.
That's quite incredible. Yes.
So maybe this is taken from some book, right, or whatever, right? Some author would have written.
Somebody else has translated it.
No,
Yeah.
the Hindi, of course, yes, but the English is strictly ChatGPT, and then a little bit maybe.
No, the ChatGPT would have read from some sources. Somebody would have translated, and that would have been fed into ChatGPT. That's how it is becoming so accurate.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no, it's just the training the ChatGPT.
Okay.
So Sabato is training the ChatGPT because originally when we started translating, they were not as good. We had to make many edits to it. And slowly, we fed more algorithms to it.
No, I think it changes, I think. So other day I was searching DeepSeek about meditations in Jainism. So it felt that I'm Jain. So then it gave me the details and then say like, if I hurt you, please forgive me. Michami dukkha.
So it's asking forgiveness from you. Oh my God. Auntie, I think these tools are kind of like getting closer to Keval Dhyana. Ardha Dhyani bol sakte hain. Something else.
Oh my God.
So now every time I text something, it's know that I'm Jain now. It's
asking for forgiveness.
Wow, that's something.
But in a way, it is good, right? Sometimes the Hinduism meaning comes, right, when you search it, right? So if it is very specific,
actually people like us, when the more we use, the more it learns.
Yeah,
right. It learns from us too. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Even in the process of the 8-10 books that we have done, it has improved dramatically. At first, we were using it. Oh my God, we had to edit it so much because it didn't understand a lot of the Siddhantic words. Then it didn't understand. Then we had to make it understand what to make it diacritics, what to not make it diacritics. So we had to feed in the algorithm that put all the nouns, pronouns, those things have to be as is. So they have to be put into diacritics. And so, yeah, we've come a long way automating this process. And now recently we did a little complex book, Komatsar, and the translation has come out very good. So it's great. Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
So did you you just did one, right, Amit?
No, Bahubali ji did.
Third one. Okay, go ahead.
Devstavan ho gaya aur Shastrastavan hai.
Yeah, now Shastrastavan. Yes. Shastrastavan. Syad व्यादमयी तेरी वाणी शुभ नई के झरने झरते हैं उस पावन नौका पर लाखों प्राणी भाव वरिधि तीरते हैं वारिधि तीरते हैं.
Very good. So notice this in the Bodhi Durlabh, we read the word Durnay. And here it says Chupnay. Okay, let's read the meaning.
Durnay is one-sided thinking, right?
Okay, your speech follows the style of Syadvad, principle of Anekantvad, and good Nayas, right perspective, are revealed like the cascading streams of divine knowledge. On the sacred boat of those doctrines, countless beings cross the ocean of transmigration.
Wow, it's amazing. Quite good, right? It even explains the Shubhanay, and then so it gives the translation and then explain that word. Did you notice that?
And Prabhaji, that's correct. Syadvad, principle of Anekantvad.
Syadvad is the way you speak of anekantmayi, anekantatmak vastu. So anything has multifacetedness, and the way you speak of it is called Syadvad. Means when you speak, you say by which angle. So
So is that like the story of the blind man and the elephant? That's
yes.
the perspectives,
If you
right?
don't say what angle you're talking about, then it is not Syadvad.
Right, but that's that old story about the blind man. They feel the trunk and it feels like a rope, and it feels like a leg. It feels like a tree, right? So that is a Syadvad perspective, right? That's an angle that you're
No,
seeing.
it depends. Depends. No, it depends. So, okay. So if a blind man says that the ear, if a blind man says he will touch the ear, right? So what is he going to say? Elephant is like a fan. He hasn't seen the rest of the elephant. Worse, so then that is Durnay. He makes the whole elephant as looking as a fan because he cannot see the rest of the part of the elephant. Now, the person who can see, he touches the ear. What is he going to say? Only the ear of the elephant is like a fan. He won't say the whole elephant is like a fan. So that is the Shubhanay, because he's talking from the right perspective and explaining the why, what about it, which is that only the ear of the elephant is like a fan, not the whole elephant is like a fan.
So Durna is one-sided thinking. Shubhanay ka can translation karenge.
Yes, the correct perspective. Yes.
Correct perspective.
Mhm.
And that's what it says. Good nay, right perspectives. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then with that, yeah, like with that Shastra, the people who take, on board with those studying the Shastras, they cross the ocean of this birth and death. All right. Okay, Safalta ji, you go next.
हे गुरुवर शाश्वत सुख दर्शक, यहाँ नग्न स्वरूप तुम्हारा है, जग की नास्वरता का सच्चा दिग्दर्शन करने वाला है. O revered Guru, your sky-clad form within the outside is the revealer of eternal bliss and reflects correctly the impermanence of this world.
Okay, so what is it saying? That it's describing what the Guru should be like, because Nagna Swarup means you are without any attachment or shame or feeling of pride. It displays the purity, the sky-clad roop. And it says कि जग की नश्वरता का सच्चा दिग्दर्शन करने वाला है, that you display the fact that how transitory the world is. Okay. All right, since आप बाद में आए हो सफलता, एक और पढ़ सकते हो.
जी. जब जग विषयों में रच पच कर गाफिला निद्रा में सोता हो, अथवा महाशिव के निष्कम तक पथ में विष कमट का बोता हो.
Very good.
World indulges in sensory pursuits and sleeps in deep slumber, or sows poisonous thorns on the path of the thornless path of eternal liberation bliss.
So jag vishayon ke rachpak. So when the rest of the world is sleeping after entertaining themselves with the vishay kashay, and what do these sadhus do? What do the gurus do? They are walking on the path, with thornless path of reaching their soul. So, okay. So that they're describing the guru here. Let's go back to who started this. I guess we can start with you again, Dinesh. Go ahead. Ho arg nishaka sannata.
One moment, yeah, okay. Ho ard nisha ka sannat वन में वनचारी चरते हो तब शांत निराकुल मानस तुम तत्वों का चिंतन करते हो.
That was sannata. There should have been a line on top of A.
Sannata, yeah. Okay. In the deep silence of midnight, when nocturnal beings roam freely in the forests, you contemplate upon the true elements, immersed in tranquility with a calm and serene mind.
Mm-hmm. So you see how, like, even we wouldn't think about nocturnal beings, we would think just general anybody in the jungle, but so accurate they are that in the deep darkness, when everything is quiet, only the animals that come out at night, they are roaming around. Even then, that time you are calm within yourself, peaceful, and you're just meditating on the tattvas.
Like there's no fear even in the middle
Yes,
of the
there's no fear of those animals.
Vanachari is referring to animals or also all beings, like other beings too, like
That's why they've accurately translated in as nocturnal animals, the ones that come out at night.
okay. We're not talking about like bhoot pret, we're talking about the actual animals.
Yes, the actual animals. Bhoot pret can be anywhere. They don't have to be just in the jungle. So they could be
Right. Yeah.
anywhere. So yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the next person. Is it Bahubali ji?
Yeah, I can. I'll learn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nidhi ji after this.
Okay.
And then Bahubali ji, then me, then Safalta.
Okay, so Nidhi ji. So
whose turn was it? I don't know.
Nidhi ji turn, and then my turn.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Just to maintain the cycle.
Yeah, we can maintain the same order, no problem. Go ahead.
करते तप शैल नदी तट पर तरुतल वर्षा की झड़ियों में समता रस पान किया करते सुख दुख दोनों की घड़ियों में. Who practice austerity on the mountains, shores of rivers, and under the canopies of trees during rainfall, you relish the nectar of equanimity in both good and bad times.
Very good. So, जो मुनिराज होते हैं वो ज्यादातर they like to go to secluded places where they are not disturbed by humans, because if humans are around they're going to start asking them questions and take their attention away. So they're usually meditating either on the high mountains where it's difficult for people to reach, or at the bank of the river, and you are under a tree during rains, and still, no matter what the situation is, they are in peace and equanimity in both, favorable and unfavorable circumstances.
We just went to Rujuvalika, where Mahavir Swami on the banks of the Rujuvalika River attained Keval Dhyan. So that was memorable.
And most of our other Tirthankars who went moksha from where? Samet Shikhar. Where is it? It's a big mountain.
Yeah, 20 out of 24, yeah.
Right. Okay, good. So go ahead. Is it Amitji or Bahubaliji?
Yeah, myself. I'm going to.
Yeah, go ahead.
अंतर्ज्वाला हरती वाणी मानो जड़ती हो फुल जड़िया भव बंधन थड़ थड़ टूट पड़े खिल जाए अंतर की कलियां. Your words extinguish the inner flames in my heart as if with a shower of flowers. Knots of worldly bondage are shattered and a state of inner joy blooms.
Can you read that again? It kind of didn't.
So your words extinguish the inner flames.
Okay, so Harti Vani, that is what it says, that your words extinguish the flame of all the bad things. Is that what it's saying?
Antarjwala.
Antarjwala.
Flames, right?
How did they translate Antarjwala?
Inner flames.
Flames.
Okay, so let's expand that to inner flames is basically Krodh, Man, Maya, Lobh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like kashayas, basically.
Kashayas, yes. And so now Mano Jarti Ho Fuljadiya, of course, the sparks of happiness. And then Man Vachan.
The knots of worldly bondage.
Yes, which in turns break all the worldly bondages, and the inner self gets
Antar ki kaliyan.
right.
Yeah. The Mano Jhadti Hai Fuljadiya is not translated properly, right? Fuljadiya is
That's what did they translate that is. Yeah, Fuljadiya means firecrackers, but that's not the physical, that's not the bhav of it. So hopefully they translate it properly. What did they translate in English for Fuljadiya?
Shower of flowers.
Shower of flowers. Shower of flowers.
That's
I
a very
see.
different meaning.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it did? It separated the word fool and jadiya.
Yeah, fool and the flowers.
Yeah, so fuljadi actually means the firecrackers, but it sort of took it as
It did
two.
not separate the fool and fool.
So then it says, I mean, honestly, the bhav is the same, whether it's shower of flowers or firecrackers, what they're trying to express is that, it's just that happy feeling. So.
Oh, I just did a chat GPT. Now it has improved. Right? It is showing display of fireworks. Wow.
See, it's improved.
But it's okay because fireworks are not Jain. So let's use also flowers also not
flowers also.
Flowers is also not there.
Yeah. Nothing is Jain. So.
Actually, do this. Amit, you put that in the email, please. That now it has improved.
Okay, I'll note it there.
Yeah, just put that translation in the email, the one you just did. So, okay, good.
Maybe rerun everything to chat GPT.
Yeah, because it's learning, after just within our books, it probably learned a lot. So, okay, very good. Okay, all right. So if you're done, let's go. That's your turn, right? Next to read.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. तुम
सा दानी क्या कोई हो, जग को दे दी जग की निधिया, दिन रात लुटाया करते हो, सम सम की अविनाश वर मनिया. Who else can be a benefactor like you? You have given the world's treasures to the world. Day and night you shower on us the imperishable jewels of equanimity and peace.
Very good. So, when I say the Jinvani Stuti at the end, what do I say? Has anybody paid attention? Nij nij ko batai.
Nijanidhi.
So, my own greatness, Jinvani, you showed me.
Nijanidhi, nij mein batai. Yeah.
Yeah, anant upkar hai. Right? That's what I say at the end.
Yeah.
So it says ki Guru, you are giving me that knowledge. Who will be a better donor or benefactor, whichever way, and that you have given the world own, main importance, and you've expressed that to the world which it didn't know, and all day and night you are just spreading the word and giving peace and equanimity to people. Okay. All right, go ahead, Safalta. You read the next. You can also read the Om Reem. That's okay too. Are you trying to unmute, Safalta? I don't see her video. Can you guys see her video?
No.
I think she disconnected, I think.
Well, while we're waiting for Auntie, there's also this Jane GPT. Have you used that one too?
Actually, I talked to the guy who came up with the Jane GPT.
It's the JDE library people, right? Praveen Uncle and
some kid who came up with it, but
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be work like Chat GPT.
Huh.
It's only fed a few things. He himself told me that it's not to be used as Chat GPT.
Mhm.
Are you back, Safalta?
Yeah. Shall I read?
Yeah, we don't see your video anymore, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Just a minute. I got a call, that's why maybe. हे निर्मल देव तुम्हें पूर्णम.
Oh, I was going to say, read the Om Reem Dev Shastra Group also.
Om Reem. Okay. Om Reem Shri Deva Shastra Gurubhyo Anarghya Pad
Praptaye
Jayamala Purna Ghyam Nirvapamiti Swaha. Om Hrim, Supreme Beneficial Omniscient Lord, Divine Scriptures and True Guru. I offer the final oblation with the completion of this Jayamala, ode and salutation. I pray to attain my state of liberation.
So, Prabhaji, in the English translation, the Om Rim comes later, right? And the Hey Nirmal Dev comes first. I think that's a mistake, right? And I think in Hindi it is the opposite. That's why you told
I told them
to read the Om Rim first.
Oh, did they? Okay, I see. Yeah, because the Hey Nirmal Dev is a separate doha. The puja ends at that Om Reem. Okay, so
Right. So I'll note that down.
Yeah, can you please make a note? So they should put that before the doha. Oh, did you already read the Hey Nirmal Dev, Safalta?
No. Sorry.
No. Okay, so go ahead and read that now.
हे निर्मल देव तुम्हें पूर्णाम
Pranam.
हे ज्ञान दीप आगम प्रणाम हे शांति त्याग के मूर्तिमान शिव पथ पंथी गुरुवर प्रणाम.
Very good.
O pure Dev, I offer my salutations to you. O Agams, the lamp of divine knowledge, I offer my salutations to you. O embodiment of peace and renunciation, I revered Guru on the path of liberation. I offer my salutations to you.
Excellent. I mean, the translation really doesn't need much explanation.
What is Shiv Path Panthi?
Path of liberation. Shiv is the pure soul, and whoever is walking on the path of reaching the pure soul.
Oh, the path of liberation.
Yeah, path means path. Panthi means the person who is walking, and which is the guru.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so we are done with that chapter. We still have about half an hour. So we may or may not be able to finish the next chapter, but I think we should start reading. So should we just go ahead and read it from the English book? It'll be probably faster. So go ahead. Sure. Let's Dev Shastra Guru chapter.
Okay. I have it open. Do you want me to start reading or somebody else wants to read?
Yes. No, let you go ahead.
So we listen to Dev Shastra Guru, God's scriptures as said, Acharya Samanta Bhadra. So staying away from public attention, the life of Swami Samanta Bhadra is almost unknown. Jain Acharyas are unique in that despite accomplishing great work, they have written nothing about themselves. Whatever little is available is not enough. Swami Samanta Bhadra was a Kshatriya prince in the Kadamba dynasty. His childhood name was Shanti Varma. He was born in southern India in the city of Uragapur on the banks of the river Kaveri. He lived until Vikram Samvat 138. Nothing much is known about his family life. He took Muni Diksha, consecration ceremony of becoming a Muni at a very young age. As a Digambar Jain monk, he did severe penance and gained immense knowledge. Not only was he a profound scholar of Jain principles, but he was also an unparalleled intellectual of logic, principles, grammar, rhyme, and rhetoric, poetry, and lexicography. He had an unmatched gift of words. He traveled to numerous places and is known to have broken the pride of many Kuwadi heretics. His self-confidence is noted in his own words. Vadarthi vicharam vicharam yaham narapate shardula vikridam. To debate, I roam, O king, like a lion. Rajan, I think that should be Rajan. Yash yasti shakti savastu purto jain nirgrantavadi. I am a Jain nirgrantavadi. Whoever has the strength to debate with me should present himself before me. All subsequent acharyas spoke of him with great respect. He is famous as the first writer of stutis, praise and glorification. He brought magnificence to the genre of hymns. His prayers have an extreme depth and profound nyaya, science of true reasoning. He has written the following texts: Aptamimansa, Tatvanushasan, Yuktanushasan, Swayambhu Stotra, Jinustuti Shatak, Ratnakaranda Shravakacha.
Very good.
Prakrit Vyakaran, Pramana Padartha.
It was Prakrit Vyakaran.
Prakrit. This says Prakrit, so it needs a line on the A.
Yeah, it needs a line, yes, Prakrit.
Prakrit Vyakaran, Praman Padartha, Krama Prabhrata Tika.
Is it Kram or Karma Prabhrata Tika?
Kram Prabhrata Tika. And Gandhahasti Mahabhashya. Unavailable. And you want me to keep reading, or?
Yeah, that's it. We can finish the.
So, Prabhaji, this is so Vikram Samvat 138. So that means that's pretty close to our date. I think it's like 80 years ka kuch farak hai. Vikram Samvat or Hamara date mein. So that means he was only about 600-700 years after Mahavir Swami, correct?
Yes.
Acharya Samanthabhadra. Okay, so quite close in time, and that's why they say he was the first one to do stutis, like glorification and these stutis. Okay.
Right. And he was so confident about his knowledge that he would challenge anybody to come and debate with him, and he would prove them wrong. So any other philosophers of any religion or anybody else could come and have a debate with him. And he always won. So you can read the next line. This chapter is from Ratnakaran Shravakacharya.
Sure. This excerpt below is based on the first chapter of Ratnakaranda Shravakacharya. Definition of Dev, Bhagavan. Apteno chinna doshena sarvadnyena gameshina bhavittavyam niyogena nanyatha hyaptata bhavet. Kshupipasa jarantaka janmantaka bhayasmaya na rag dvesha mohascha yasthapta sa prakirtyate.
You read very well Sanskrit with this English critics. Very good.
I studied a little bit of Sanskrit, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
But still, to read it from English is kind of, sometimes you can make mistakes. You did pretty good.
Should I continue, or?
Is there a meaning of this?
Definition of Shastra, scriptures.
Okay.
You
don't need to read those words again, but if you... Oh, there is no English meaning of this.
I was English nahi, no.
Nahi hai, koi baat nahi.
But something is missing. It's it just must be some numbering thing. 5, 6. It goes 5, 6, and then it goes 9 and 10.
Because okay, they may have skipped the 7-8 shlokas and just came because they've only taken the ones that related to Dev, Shastra, and Guru.
I see. Okay.
So that's why. Okay.
Aptopadnyam manulangadhya madashteshta virodhakam tatvopadeshakrita sar. Should that be sarvam or is that sarvam?
Sarva.
I know, but should it be sarvam? Shastram kapatha ghattanam.
Okay.
And then definition of guru, Vishaya Shavashatito Niramho Sparigraha Dhanata Poraktas Tapasvisa Prashasyate. That's it.
Okay, now let's have the two ladies read the two parts of Subodh and Prabodh. So go ahead, let's read the chapter now.
Shall I start or Nidhi
Yeah,
ji?
go ahead, that's fine.
Subodh, why, brother, where are you going early in the morning dressed as a mendicant? Prabodh. Nisha ji?
Yeah,
think-
Nidhi, do you want to read? Yeah.
I'm going for pujan, worship or adoration. Today is Chaturdashi, right? The 14th day of the waning or waxing moon. I make it a point to do pujan every Ashtami, 8th day of the waxing and waning moon, and Chaturdashi.
Why? Why do you do pujan? Who do you do pujan of?
I do pujan of Dev, Shastra, Guru, Bhagwan, holy scriptures, and revered masters.
Which Dev do you worship?
In the Jain belief system, an individual is not significant. In place of individuals, they believe in worshipping qualities.
Okay, then which qualities should a Dev have?
A true Dev, omniscient Bhagwan,
Actually,
is
wait.
only.
Who remembers from Balbodh? I know Nidhi was not there. I don't know if Safalta was there. Can you guys tell me
Yeah.
the three qualities of Dev?
So, Sarvagnya, Vitaragi, and Hitopadeshi.
Hitopadeshi.
Who is going to say it in the correct order?
First Vitaragi, then Sarvagnya, then Hitopadeshi.
Yes, that is very important. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, third one was which you said?
Hitopadeshi.
Hitopadeshi.
Hitopadesh. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Nidhi.
A true Dev, omniscient Bhagwan, is only he who is Vitragi, passionless, Sarvagya, omniscient, and Hitopadeshi, one whose sermons are for the benefit of all living creatures. He has no attachment or aversion towards anyone. A Vitragi does not have the 18 dosh faults like birth, death, etc. Neither does he have hunger or thirst. Understand that he has conquered all desires.
I understand Vitragi, but what is Sarvagunata?
He who knows everything is Sarvagya, omniscient. His knowledge has completely manifested. He knows all about the three lokas, worlds, and all that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all that will occur in the future. He knows all that at once, simultaneously. So he is Sarvagya.
Okay, so the one who is free of attachments, aversions, biases, and has profound total knowledge is the true Dev.
Yes, and hence, whatever he preaches will always be true and beneficial. Since his preaching is beneficial, he is said to be Hitopadeshi, one who teaches for the benefit of all living creatures.
Why will his preaching always be true and beneficial?
Ignorance perpetuates lies, but when a true Dev knows everything, his speech will always be true, and when there is no attachment or aversions, why will his preachings be bad? So his preachings will always be beneficial too.
I have understood the meaning of Dev, but what are Shastras?
The speech of true Dev is Shastras. As Dev is Vitrag, passion free, their speech nurtures Vitragata, passionlessness. That which preaches Rag, attachment to be dharma, good, is not the speech of Vitrag. His speech has teachings of tattvas, tenets or elements. The most important thing is that it has no contradiction of fundamental principles.
What is the benefit of studying this?
By studying this, Jeev moves away from wrong path and finds the right path.
Fine. You've explained Dev and Shastras, and Guru is the teacher who teaches at the school, right?
No, that teacher is the Vidya Guru, one who imparts worldly education. They should be respected. But the Guru we worship is the Nagna Digambar Sadhu alone, sky clad ascetic.
Okay. Then why don't you simply say that Muniraj is called a guru? It's straightforward that those who remain naked are gurus.
You have still not understood the crux. It's true that gurus can be unclothed, but one does not become guru just by being naked. There are many other good qualities in them. They know the inherent meanings of the esoteric doctrines revealed in the teachings of Bhagwan.
Oh, okay. What other qualities do they have?
They are always engrossed in self meditation and swadhyay, self study. They are entirely devoid of all kinds of arambha parigraha, household or official chores, possessions. They have no slightest yearning for sensory pleasure. Such ascetic sages are called gurus.
They must be gnani, enlightened, or one with pure experience of Atma too.
What are you saying? No one can be Muni without Atma Gyan, pure knowledge of self.
So without Atmagnan, are all rites and rituals or Vyavhar, Charitra, external conduct useless?
Listen, brother, the main thing is to understand our Atma and be immersed in it. Actually, one who has belief in Atma, Samyak Darshan or right belief, knowledge of Atma, Samyak Gyan or right knowledge, and is immersed in Atma, Samyak Charitra or right conduct, plus whose external conduct is also according to Agam, scriptures, is only the true Guru.
So this is who you go to worship. I'll come too. But first tell me, what do I expect to gain from this?
What an unwise thing to say. Worship is done so that we can too become just like them. They left everything worldly, so how is it appropriate to ask for something worldly from them?
So in fact, it's an insult to them if you ask, because they already left everything and went. So it's like if somebody asked you $1 million and you don't have it, isn't that an insult to you? Or you're asking me something I don't have.
Especially if they know you don't have it.
Yeah. So now it's very good translation. So I don't know. And plus we have done all these in Balbodh also. So
Can I just ask one question about the Shastras? So Jain Agam, are they considered Shruti or Smriti? You know, Hinduism में ये होता है कि Vedas are Shruti, जो directly heard होते हैं, or Smriti is what is remembered and they've written down. So हमारे with ours be considered Smriti because वो भगवान के जो वाणी है, the acharyas have written them down afterwards.
No, everything is originally Shruti. Everything is heard because the art of writing came much later. In those days, there was no writing happening. Or even if it did, the knowledge, the memory was so good that whenever people heard, they could remember word by word. So there was no need to write it.
But wasn't it Bhagwan Adinath who did Asi Masi Krushi? Right?
Yeah, he did. So that's why I said maybe there was writing.
And then his daughters, right? Sundari and they taught all the arts, right? To all of humanity.
But because the memory was so good, there was no need to
No
write.
need to write down.
As then the acharyas realized that now the memories are fading away, that's when somebody decided, no, we need to have a conference of all the acharyas and put it all in writing. Even then, they felt some people had forgotten something, but then the others remembered, and so they got everything put together properly. Yes. So
One other question. Can I ask one other question?
Yeah.
It's related to the Shastra. So, and if it's the wrong time, just we can talk about another time. But ye jo Saman Suttam jo kiya tha in the 1960s or 70s. So all the acharyas came and got together, but sare scriptures ke jo essence hai, wo Saman Suttam hai. So will we talk about that, or do you have some opinion about Saman Suttam? Like, is it?
Saman Suttam is pretty good. I have it at home. Somehow I still think that Tvar Sutra is better because it has a lot more knowledge. Saman Suttam, they tried to gather the shlokas from different agams that they all agreed upon.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it never got popular. And I don't see people talking about it much.
They have the small Saman Suttam, but there's also a 4-volume one that I have too. Like, it's huge. It's like 1,000 pages.
I have the small book, which is not.
Somebody has done a study. So there's 3 or 4 different versions. There's a small one, there's a medium one, and then there's a large 4-volume one of Saman Suttam. I can send you a picture just for your information. You know?
Probably the large volume must be a lot more explanation of each of those.
Yes. Yeah.
I would think, yes. So, which is fine. Honestly, I have not read it deeply enough to know what extra it has compared to Tatra Sutra. So I would have to look at it, as far as what is different about it. But yes, they did come up because somebody requested, like the Hindus have the Gita and the Muslims have Quran. What one book Jains have that?
That was Acharya Vinoba Bhave who asked that question, and in response, they created this Saman Suttam.
Which is good. I mean, Tattva Sutra also, most sutras are accepted by both Shvetambar and Digambar.
Okay.
Why they did not give Tattva Sutra, made this come up with the Saman Suttam instead. So,
thank you.
I basically take the Jain Tattva Parichay, right, as the book, right, a kind of a glossary that has everything. Right. So if I want to
don't know about that.
Search something, or it is just at the start, it's a beginner kind of a thing, is it? The Jain Tattva Parichay.
Talking about Jain Tattva Parichay from.
That is written by Dr. Ujjwala Shah.
Ujjwala Shah, yeah.
That is a list of the collection of letters she wrote to her daughter.
It's a very nice writing. In fact, I got interested after reading that book. To tell you that.
But it's not Shastra, though. It's not Shastra.
No. I mean, it has enough to get you interested.
Yeah.
Not complete in any way. Yeah, there's a lot.
Tattvartha Sutra is the one has everything in it, correct? Yeah.
There's a lot more, yes. And mainly it's accepted by both Shvetambars and Digambars, because the other agams, even though they have some similarities, but still the Digambars don't accept the Shvetambar agams and vice versa.
So somebody what is the sequence in which they should read? Like, so I know we are doing Vitrag Vigyan, right? But if you want to read anything like Samaisar would be the right book.
So Samaisar is like highest level. So to be able to read Samaisar, you have to have a lot of basic knowledge, basic terminologies. Otherwise, you would misunderstand what Samaisar says.
Okay.
And Tattva Sutra is accepted by all panths of Jainism.
It is.
Okay.
I think we need to
have that in our syllabus, so we will be doing Tattva Sutra.
I heard in some of the discourses that to really try Samaisar, we need to know the Nayas perfectly.
Yes, you should know the Naya, because the Samaisar speaks mostly Nishchay, which is a soul point of view, then which can mislead you, because there is also the other point of view. So you have to understand all those different points of views to understand Samaisar. Otherwise, one would be misguided.
I think we'll be learning Naya Chakra and all, I think.
Yes, we will be doing. And then
you're really whetting our appetite for this.
Summaries of Ashtapowered like that.
It's exciting to hear that what we're going to learn. So
yeah. But you know what? It will not come easy if you don't do what I'm saying. Take notes, read again, all this basic knowledge that you have. If you don't do enough times, it won't be part of your memory. In which case, then again, you'll be searching for meanings all over the place.
Correct.
So it is important to make it your own. And these little books have a huge wealth of knowledge, believe it or not. So it has a lot of basics. So, all right, good. So we'll start with the next 2 chapters. Hopefully we should be able to do 2 or 3 chapters next time. Or maybe not. The Sat Tattva Sambandhi Bhool is an important one.
So the story of right now that we had, is it the meaning of the what Dinesh read, right? The definition of Dev, Shastra, and Guru, the Sanskrit lines that he read, right? That is what he described in the story.
That's what I described in this, yes. Exactly. Amitji, just make sure you write a little note to these people who are absent that they must watch the videos, especially, oh gosh, what's his name? Rupal's husband, what is his name?
Viraj, Dinesh, and Arun Jain are not today.
Yeah.
And Dipali.
Yeah. That they must watch these videos before coming to next class.
And I will mention that if you know well in advance that most of the people are not going to make it on a Wednesday, then we can move it on some other day so that we have more participation.
Right.
It might be good to put a note just saying if anybody knows, let's say by Tuesday, right, that you can't make it, let us know, then we can reschedule. So, maybe Thursday. So is Thursday a good option for everybody? Alternatively, like if Wednesday doesn't work?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Works for me.
Yeah, okay. So maybe we make that rule, that if you're going to be away, can't make Wednesday, Tuesday tak sabko bata de group pe, and then if we need to, we can reschedule for Thursday.
Right. And that's why I've been able to schedule Thursdays when I'm not available on Wednesday when I was trying. Yeah, so we didn't have to miss any classes so far.
So now we have nine people who are regularly attending, right? So yeah, we should be able to decide that on Tuesday itself. If for some reason any Wednesday is not suitable, we can reschedule it to Thursday. So everybody knows.
All right. Sahajanandi Shuddha Swarupi Avinashi Hu Atma Swarup. Sahajanandi Shuddha Swarupi Avinashi Hu Atma Swarup. Sahajanandi Shuddha Swarupi Avinashi Hu Atma Swarup. निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है इसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है वंदना शत बार है